to peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last. Welcome fans to two. If you like. Slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
And now the Los Angeles starters. LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Hayes. And it's Goodwin in a shooting guard.
You got to appreciate Kyrie Irving's court awareness, outstanding, finding open teammates.
Doncic with it, and Davis picks him up defensively. Thompson with a steal for the finish, and the slam dunk by Thompson.
Well, look, I mean, great anticipation on one end leads to points on the other.
Boy, there's not much defense available once a steal is made. That's the best time to attack on the break.
Here's Irving. Let's send it to Allie LaForce, who caught up with head coach Jason Kidd. Allie?
I asked him if he thinks anyone has a better feel for the game than Luka Doncic, and he told me, I don't want to get into a comparison, but what I can say is that he controls the pace like no one else. You can't speed him up, you can't slow him down. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And if you're looking for identifiable team mascots, Clark, some say the Mavericks champ, the horse, is near the top of the list.
Yeah, he does get after it. Also, the Mavs man. Dallas is rolling out a couple of iconic figures to keep that crowd on fire.
Just 3 to shoot. Sinks that one from the post.
Give Irving some room to get it off that little floating jump shot of his, and you'll regret it for sure.
And that one's good. James.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Irving for 3. Gets the 3 to fall. Irving's got 5.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. And finished off by Davis.
One of the dominant dunkers in the league. Davis can put on the show in there.
Over to the left wing. Hayes with a screen on Davis. And there's James from the arc. Oh, he drains the 3,
Shot's
and
good.
he'll go to the line for one more. It's going to be on Anthony Davis. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
One other factor today, points off turnover. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Now, here is James. He has 7. Here's Goodwin, defended by Thompson. Pass to Hayes. Washington against James. Second chance shot. It's not going to go for him. Excellent D there from Lively. The Mavericks leading. The 3 from Washington. That's in there. Davis with the assist.
Well, he's a stretch forward now with a dangerous outside shot. Washington loves letting that one fly from there.
That one rocked this arena.
That's the kind of dunk right there that makes you think he's going to rip down the rim.
Now that is some real industrial size strength right there.
And it's the Mavericks with the ball, following the score by the Lakers. And a slam dunk by Lively.
Tell you what, I could watch this move and this movie all night long. Irving doing a nice job getting his team following shots. Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
You know, Clark, watching Kyrie Irving, he still does things you just can't believe.
His ball handling ability is just remarkable, and his finishing ability surpasses his rush hour handles, and that's saying a ton. He can beat anybody off the dribble. He can make tough shots. He really is one of the elite scorers from the guard position in the history of the NBA. I don't think that's an overstatement. From the angles he finishes, the shots he can make, he's as elite as we've had in the league.
Vanderbilt finds Doncic. From downtown. Pass to Goodwin. Hayes with a screen on Irving. Shot is good by Goodwin.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Now here's Irving. He's got 5. Thompson outside. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by James.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Irving against James. Fires for 3. And that's good. Irving for 3. Irving's got 8.
The fire that Irving plays with, admirable. I mean, and you can feel it. When you make a 3 on him, it's payback time. He's coming at you.
From deep, here's Doncic. Drills it from deep.
You want to run your offense through him, a reliable scoring option.
3-pointer. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Kyrie Irving has been on display for Dallas, hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen from the Mavericks?
You could really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
Yeah, and it's worked. They've got a clear edge and points in the paint. Now we'll see if they go with a more balanced attack or just keep on pounding it inside.
We've got Edwards. Also Daniel Gafford out there. Najee Marshall is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Christie in at the 2-guard position. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks. Here's Christie. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Milton with a steal. Reeves with a screen on Dinwiddie to the paint. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scales.
And when you look at the Lakers, a lot has happened since their championship run in 2020, Clark.
Yeah, it really has, BA, and I think some of it you have to attribute it to a significant amount of roster turnover. And then you pair that with coaching changes. One of the keys to being successful in anything and at any level and in the NBA, stability, continuity. You've got to have it. Executive management team, coaches, and players. And they've not had that, so the consistency has been hard to find. The versatility of Dinwiddie. Boy, he drives it, passes it, and he can shoulder the scoring load when you need him to.
Here's Finney-Smith. And the Lakers get it back. Back to Reeves. A deep 3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. The Mavericks lead by 3. Gafford with the ball. Picked up by Reeves. Christie passes to Gafford. And slammed it home. And a foul. A chance at another point at the line. That's on Dorian Finney-Smith. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
You know, guys, when you look at those numbers last year for him, I think it does affect how much you're willing to go after contact because you're a little fearful of getting to the foul line unless you're in the and one situation. Too many trips to the line when you shoot it as poorly as he does actually can hurt you.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Ooh, it's stolen away. Here's Marshall. He's covered by Reeves. Here's Edwards. Drives to the hoop. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Hachimura, the pass to Finney-Smith. Out to Hachimura. Reeves up top. Just 5 to shoot. The 3. Out to Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Pass to Marshall. Here's Christie. Gafford with a screen on Reeves. Fires in the triple. Christie's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half. Quality shots, not wasting possession.
To the inside, Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Really good pass from Finney-Smith. He understands that you can't squeeze that orange if you got somebody ready to catch and shoot.
Here's Christie. Off target with the 3. Lakers trail by 6. Here's Lynn. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. Los Angeles shooting their second attempt at the line tonight. Here's Dinwiddie. 46 seconds left to play in the first half. There's a screen.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 6 from distance here in the second quarter. Here's Milton. Outside Finney-Smith. Here's Dinwiddie. And that one is stuffed right through.
Healed it, creating off the drive. Dinwiddie's confidence and focus when he's penetrating, superb.
And it's Hachimura missing. Tipped. Here's Marshall. He's marked by Finney-Smith. There's a screen by Marshall. Here's Edwards. Back to Marshall. And here they come. And he lobs it up. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. Dallas on top, up 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. Ooh, they're measuring up the shot.
Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's kind of been the floor general for them tonight. A lot of assists for him.
And, you know, that's not a job they asked him to do very often, but in the first half, I thought he was in perfect sync with his teammates.
And so in the game for the Lakers, LeBron and Vanderbilt, your small and power forwards. Then there's Hayes, then it's Luka Doncic, and it's Goodwin in at the 2. Back to Davis, 6 to shoot. From outside the arc, LeBron with the rebound. Lakers trail by 5. You know, Clark, with the Lakers, at times it is hard to maintain a sense of continuity.
Boy, it sure is, B.A. I mean, there's always pressure to improve or be at your best, but even more so when you're playing in the glitz and glamour of L.A. and all that history. And because of that, sometimes it can lead to high team turnover when you're playing for the Lakers.
Can't cash it in from close range. The Mavericks lead by 5. Outside for Davis. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Davis has got his second basket.
Love the readiness of AD. He's already prepared himself to shoot before receiving the ball.
Doncic passes to Hayes. Outside Vanderbilt. Now James. Fires the three. Oh, LeBron buries a three.
You know, what's so impressive to me is the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads. That's his IQ at work. You know, one of the basic fundamentals in basketball is the ability to box out. He's got that down pat.
The three ball. Again, the miss by James. It's stolen by James. Into the third. 2 minutes in now.
Never gets old seeing LeBron explode off the floor like that.
Dallas has got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Irving for three. Good. That's his 5th bucket in 9 attempts.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
And here's Doncic outside. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, swiped away. Now the Lakers moving it up. Doncic left side. Well, we're into the third quarter. Just over 2.5 minutes played. The layup off target. Clark, when you watch Luka Doncic play, how is he able to just control the games like he does?
He's a savant. That's all I can say. He's way ahead of himself. I mean, this guy's been a pro since he was 13 or 14 years old. There's nobody else in the NBA that's been a pro that long, I don't think. So unique in that regard. Great size, uncanny, underrated strength. And then his vision, his pace, all of that what allows him to really not ever be sped up or out of control.
And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. There's a minute 47 left in the third quarter of the game. Edwards a screen on Milton. Dinwiddie gets the bucket. Dinwiddie's got 8.
I can't find an excuse for letting Dinwiddie get this positioning inside. I mean, once he has it, you're toast.
And what an aggressive move to the rim. He's really trying to fire up his teammates right now.
Boy, it's not hard to feel inspired after a teammate makes that kind of finish.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Out to Hachimura. There's the triple. Nails it from 3. And now it's just a 2-point Dallas lead.
A smart decision maker with a versatile skill set. Hachimura always takes the shots that he's comfortable with.
And that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. Here's Christie. Edwards a screen on Reeves. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. He's got 6.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Christie passes to Edwards. The ball's knocked loose. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Here's Hachimura. Back to Reeves. Down low. Here's Lynn. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Got to give him credit for jumping on the ball and making the most at the other end.
Boy, inexcusable at this point of the game. They got to be more composed in these moments.
Exactly. I mean, when you're running neck to neck, those kinds of mistakes tip the scale.
Here's Milton. Outside Reeves. To the middle. At the end of the third, the score is all even. Both teams absolutely filling it up. And we'll have the start of the... And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the fourth in what is still anybody's ball game. Here's Reeves. They've got Najee Marshall. Daniel Gafford is out there with Edwards. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Christie in at the 2. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. Hachimura, the pass to Reeves. Shot clock at 6. Dinwiddie against Milton. So they take the lead. And the Lakers lead by 2.
This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
Any lull in the action so far has been short-lived because there have been nothing but buckets in this one.
Christie passes to Marshall. And yep, it's good. Marshall's got his first points in this one.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Christie. He's marked by Finney-Smith. Christie's shot is off. The Lakers shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Here's Milton. Soft touch off the glass.
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
Here's Christie. Hachimura covering. And the layup is good off the glass.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Lynn passes to Milton. Hachimura against Edwards. Here's Reeves. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots. Sensational ball movement there. When you pass the ball like that, good things happen.
There's a screen by Lynn. Here's Finney-Smith.
First personal foul.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes is checked in for Lynn. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. James is checked in for Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Milton. Outside Reeves. Pass to Hayes. Oh, trying his luck from deep. The Lakers with the rebound. Kicks it to Doncic. The Lakers with another miss.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
Here's Irving. James with the block.
What timing by James on the denial. His hand is right there at the exact moment it needs to be.
And that's a foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul. Goes up off the inbound. And finished off by Hayes.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open.
And I like it. I mean, some coaches might want to see just a sure-handed lay-in there, but for me, I don't mind a little extra.
Doncic on the take. Washington grabs the miss.
Yeah, he just flat-out tricked that one, missed it, and has no one to blame but himself.
Here's Davis. Finished off by Davis.
Poised under pressure to produce at the right time in the big time.
AD, you don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Here's Reeves. Hayes for three. Gets the three ball to go. And the Lakers lead by 3. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for Dallas. Lively with a screen on James. Irving. And that basket makes him 6 for 11. Shooting a good percentage.
Do not expect anything less from Irving. A clutch performer. He loves knocking down the big shots.
It's James on the wing. Pass to Vanderbilt. Here's the three. The shot by James, no good. Big possession. They have a chance to take the lead.
It'll be interesting to see what they run.
Washington left side. To take the lead. Driving inside. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, you love the aggression defensively, but at this stage of the game, that's a huge mistake.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Edwards, he's checked in for Dallas. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what J.J. Redick was going over with his team. With the game so close, he wanted his team to stay aggressive, saying, don't be a watcher, be an actor. Go out and make something happen on the court. Don't let it come to you.
Thank you for that, Allie. And I think we'll see him milk the clock a bit.
Yeah, seems like the heady move right now.
Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Now James. Doncic outside. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys. 5 ticks left in the fourth quarter here. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those, so they get into the penalty.
Yeah, just trying to keep this game alive. Not a bad foul right there.
Sure, it's not over. Well, it's as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
So he gets them both, and it's a three-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the three to tie.
And we've got a timeout called by J.J. Redick. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
Really tough to get a clean look from distance in this situation because everybody knows that's the shot you're trying to get. So the defense is smothering the perimeter and forcing people off the three-point line.
From deep, Reeves. Oh, my! What a shot! Oh, an enormous three-pointer! And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. And Coach didn't want to take any chances in this situation, which is why he called the TO.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Thompson. Here's Davis. Good from downtown! What a... Hang on here. Don't start the celebration just yet. They're going to have to take a second look at this one on the replay monitor. This one's over if the original ruling of a basket stands. But we'll see. Regulation is ended, and we are headed to overtime. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And now we get set for overtime in what has been a stirring contest. And this is a star-driven league, but talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that can make the difference.
Reeves at the 2 with LeBron at the 3. Jared Vanderbilt out there with Hayes. And it's Doncic in at the point guard position. Washington with the ball. Now Vanderbilt defending. Washington, a screen on Reeves. Here's Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Dallas needs to get off a shot. They get it back. Davis, the pass to Lively. Irving looking around. Over Reeves. And it's Irving missing.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling, and he still misses. Boy, he wishes he had that one back.
James against Lively. James passes to Vanderbilt. Back to James. And there's a pick. The shot won't fall. Davis with the defensive effort. And Irving has got the ball here for the Mavericks. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul. James against Irving. Shot from the low post is good. And the Mavericks lead by 2.
You know, this is simply what Kyrie Irving does. Get buckets against defenders. He's a bucket maker.
Luka on the attack.
Doncic not afraid of the moment, actually embraces the spotlight. This guy steps up big when needed most. Well, what appeared to be an easy 2 points just never materialized.
Vanderbilt finds Reeves. They set a pick. Back to Vanderbilt. Hayes, the pass to James. 5 on the clock. Hayes with it. This James on the wing. It's tipped.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
The Mavericks have gone only 1 for 4 in OT so far. Here's Irving. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Kyrie Irving is simply caught fire. Yeah, he was just a skosh late on the contest. That's going to be a goaltend for sure.
Out to James. To take the lead. It's good from beyond the arc.
Well, they're having major trouble dealing with LeBron.
They can't afford to waste this shot.
Moments like this are what it's all about.
Davis with a screen on James. Pass to Davis. It falls!
No question about it. The touch was with Anthony Davis.
James with the ball. Oh, he nails it!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Washington, a screen on James. Here's Irving. Yes!
Boy, that was a sweet-looking teardrop. There's very little defense for that.
And so J.J. Redick calls for the timeout. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Obviously not a lot of time to work with. What do you guys think we're going to see?
Not enough time to catch and shoot there. They'll have to tip it off the inbound pass to get it up and down.
And out of bounds, Dallas will have it.
Just horrible timing for this team. That mistake could spell disaster.
And so the big win by Dallas in a tight game. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for
time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him
has a bit of an old school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Cam Whitmore. Thompson is out there with Halperin Şengün. And it's Green, and it's Eason in at the small forward. Now Irving. After Jalen Green's three-pointer that didn't go. To the paint. And finished off by Davis.
And let's not forget about his athleticism. Dominant above the rim. Davis knows how to use his size to his advantage.
Now here's Thompson. Another miss by Houston. Irving surveying the floor. Misses the three. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Şengün throws it down.
Great teamwork punctuated by a strong finish.
Yeah, that's nice execution. Running with purpose and creating an easy scoring opportunity off the break.
Irving for three. The Rockets pull it in. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
Thompson is double. Pass to Lively. Outside for Davis. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Drills it from outside.
And Thompson thrives in those catch-and-shoot situations.
Green against Davis. Thompson for the triple. Another miss for him. Now shooting 1 for 4 from the floor. Lively with it. Now Green defending. Lively sends a screen for Marshall. Another three for Dallas.
And good to get him going early. That shot should give him some confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon.
And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. Pass to Irving. Lets it go from deep. It's rebounded by Şengün. For Houston, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them. Took him no time at all on that one.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Irving against Thompson. It's the mark, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Kyrie Irving taking 2 shots. The play will be reviewed under NBA rules. 2 minutes are allowed.
Original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Greg, you love this topic more than anyone. When you think about the best ball handlers of all time, where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the...
With authority!
That is a monster finish.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And stolen by Whitmore. And it's Houston on the break. Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
Those are the turnovers that have coaches pulling their hair out. Why do you think I'm bald?
.144 left in the first. And finished off by Lively.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's Thompson. They kick it out to Green. And Moore sends a screen for Green. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Thompson right side. Back to Davis. Out to the wing. Dallas moving the ball around. Green with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Green, no luck. Mavericks leading by 3. Thompson outside. 55 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Davis. The kick out to Irving. And stolen by Thompson. And here we go with Thompson running it up the court. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And with his movement skills, Thompson routinely catches defenders out of position.
And so Thompson nails both of them. Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Şengün against Lively. Thompson, a screen on Thompson. From deep, Green bangs home the trifecta. And this game is tied up now.
For Jalen Green to be an all-star level guy, he's got to knock down those threes.
And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Brooks outside. Good if it goes. No good on the last second attempt there. It's a tie game in Dallas. And we'll be back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the Mavericks so far?
Impressive start. They came in with a well-conceived game plan and have executed.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
So with Davis sitting on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Spencer Dinwiddie out there with Christie. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then there's Washington. And it's Edwards in at the power forward position. Here's Smith. And it's Brooks in the corner. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Edwards. Dallas leading by 3. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Dinwiddie for 3. And we see dunkers get technicals for hanging on the rim, slapping the backboard, or Richard even staring someone down. Should refs let that slide, or is that something they got to pay attention to?
I don't mind the hanging on the rim, the smacking the backboard. I love that aggression. The staring people down, that's something you got to be careful with because that can cause some problems, and we don't want any of those issues on the court.
Now Shepard, still scoreless. On the wing, Brooks. Shepard with his screen for Brooks. Off target with his 3. Dallas has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. Washington passes to Edwards. Washington sets the pick for Edwards. Here's the 3. Rockets with the rebound. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Edwards with the block. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. Here's Brooks. Pass to Shepard. For the 3. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Shepard's got himself on the board with 3 there.
This is what had scouts eyeing Shepard early on, his ability to shoot with range.
Here's Edwards. It's Washington high post. Edwards a screen on Smith. Here's Washington and the rejection by Smith. Brooks against Christie. Smith for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got 4 rebounds in this game. Here's Christie. Out to Edwards. Tries again. Dinwiddie outside. 5 on the clock. Edwards with the screen for Dinwiddie. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
So RJ, the Rockets last year, they were exactly at 500. 41 up and 41 down.
Still, they missed the play-in by 5 games. In the East, they easily are in. That just tells you how difficult a rebuild in the Western Conference is. And Houston is up against them.
The offensive rebound, Gafford. Gafford is screen on Smith. Edwards drives in. Here's Christie. Sinks the triple. Christie's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
When he gets a quality look like this at the perimeter, he can almost be automatic.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Rockets are making progress. Coach Ime Udoka said it doesn't happen overnight. Changing habits and things like that takes time. Guys learn and grow at a different pace. My thing is getting us all on the same page. We're not that far off. Kevin, they sure look like they're building in the right direction.
David, they are, and some good vets have helped as well. And we thank you for that report. Great Kentucky native Reed Shepherd followed in his dad's footsteps and stayed local for his college years.
How cool was that? His dad winning 2 national championships for the Bluegrass State, was named the MVP of the '98 college tournament, and he even had a brief stint in the NBA. Reed, the 3rd overall pick of the 2024 draft, blazing his own trail.
Edwards, no good.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
Throws it up high. It's taken away by Smith. Brooks against Dinwiddie. Smith sets the pick for Brooks. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Washington, that's good. Here's Shepherd. Dinwiddie covering. And the shot is good. The Maverick lead has been cut down to 1 on the bucket from Shepherd.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
It'll count. And that one released in time, but no good. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Mavericks lead. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You have to like what we're seeing from Reed Shepherd.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look they wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And so in the game for the Rockets, Thompson is out there with Tari Eason. And it's Green. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Şengün in at center.
Clearly a foul.
The Mavericks shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. And both free throws good for Lively. Rockets trail by 3. Thompson outside. Pass to Şengün from deep. And he's good on the 3 ball. Şengün's got 5 points so far.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Thompson. Lets it fly. A nice shot by Irving. Irving's got his 2nd basket of the game.
The guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Outside for Davis. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And now a 4-point Dallas lead.
It's the confidence I love when Davis just catches it and shoots it. He doesn't second-guess himself. He just lets it fly.
3, Marshall hits it from three-point range. He's got 6.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Green against Thompson. Back to Green. They need this, and Green slams it in.
Look, one of Green's many advantages is how quickly he gets off the floor.
Irving kicks to Davis. Fires the 3. On the wing, Davis lets the 3 fly. That shot is off. Rockets trail by 5. In the corner, it's Eason. Pass to Whitmore. Back to Eason. Houston moving it around. And the wide open shot from Green. Off target from three-point range. Arguably one of the best bigs of his generation, Anthony Davis. I know you admire his game.
Well, he takes over the game on both ends of the floor. You would look at a Tim Duncan, a Kevin Garnett, a guy that can beat you with 5 blocks, or a guy that can dominate the post and score 25 a night.
Eason with a screen for Thompson. And he elevates for the slam dunk. Derek Lively did not like that.
And he's got rocket ship-like takeoff. Thompson can flat out fly.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
Here's Whitmore, covered by Irving. Here's Eason. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
No good from Irving. Rockets trail by 6. Green deciding where to go with it. Thompson in the corner. There's the triple. And Lively pulls it down. For Dallas, they've gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. On the wing, Green. And it's Green slamming it down.
That is a dunk contest worthy move. Green just putting on a show right there.
Davis setting the pick for Irving. Count it, number 5 from the floor this game. He's now 5 of 11.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time. Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Mavericks. From deep, Washington drops in the tray. Washington's got 9.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Rockets trail by 9. Smith outside. Shepard with a screen for Smith. Buries it from three-point range. He has 6.
Right back at you, Smith, with that picture-perfect stroke.
Washington with a screen on Brooks. Pass to Washington. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Reed Shepard.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
P.J. Washington.
Washington hits them both. Here's Brooks, and so it's Dallas. Holding on to an 8-point lead, heading into the break. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a 6th sense.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Edwards is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Christie. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Washington in at the small forward. Dinwiddie passes to Edwards. Now here's Gafford. Washington, that's for two. Gafford.
Look, that's some great defense from Smith. He can be a top-level defender in this league.
Kick out to Adams. Pass to Brooks. Back to Adams. Double clutches. And it's good on the layup. Adams has got his first points of the game.
The only way he was getting to the hoop was to use the double clutch.
Outside Edwards. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Yeah, terrific play right there. Great strength to finish through the contact.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Dallas.
The name of the game in the modern NBA is making threes, spacing the court, and that's exactly what they are doing tonight.
And on top of that, they're getting a lot of points off assists. And it's always a good sign when your team is working as a cohesive unit.
Now here's Dinwiddie. D right on him. And the layup's good off the glass. And the Mavericks lead by 7.
And in tight, Dinwiddie's got a good sense of how to be effective. Whether it's with the power or finesse, he can find a way to beat his man.
Tate with the screen for Smith. Takes it inside. And he knocks down the first one.
Something that's already interesting about Jabari Smith is his versatility, scoring from beyond the arc or at the mid-range. He can get points a number of ways.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Thompson comes in for Tate. And it's Green in for Shepard. Here's Thompson. And he drives in.
Impressive athleticism from Clay on the cut. Feels like he can score the ball whenever he wants.
Rockets trail by 7. Şengün inside. Lively defending. Şengün no good.
That's just the bucket. Oh, look, you expect him to make. It's tough when you miss those.
Here's Thompson. And Lively pulls it down. Lively's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Smith against Davis. Over Smith. And for the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Tari Eason's checked in for the Rockets.
17, Tari Eason.
Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Thompson kicks to Smith. Pass to Şengün. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got 4 rebounds now tonight. Anthony Davis attacking. The kick out to Irving. They get the rebound. Here's Lively. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Lively's got the lead up to 9 now for the Mavs.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Irving for 3. Trains it from beyond the arc. Irving's got 13 points here in the second half alone.
There's that effortless range of Kyrie Irving. He shoots it like a free throw. This man is a lethal sniper from behind that arc. While he's a bit undersized for a 4, he more than makes up for it with his bounce.
And a deep 3 from Irving. Six to shoot. Takes a 3. That doesn't go in either for Irving. Rockets trail by 10. Green inside. Working on Thompson. Shots good by Green.
Nice poise inside from Green, showing how comfortable he is amongst the trees.
Dallas has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. Irving can't get it to go.
Another missed three, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Launches a three. It's in! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
There are guys that will take that shot, and there are guys that will make that shot. Green is one of those guys that will make that play.
To the inside. Lively. And finished off by Lively.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Smith finds Eason. It drops. And now they trail by just 4.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Thompson outside. Davis with a screen on Smith. It's stolen by Smith. Pass to Thompson. Launches it. The shot that time, not on target. So it's a narrow victory for the Mavericks, pulling out the W. It was up for... All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now.
Grant, this is not your... average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Here are the starters for Houston. Alperon Şengün out there with Thompson. Then it's Jalen Green. Then it's Tari Eason. And it's Whitmore in at the shooting guard. Doncic against Thompson. James inside. Pass to Goodwin. Let's go with a three. Now here's Hayes. He tries for three. Sinks it from distance.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Thompson passes to Eason. Outside Whitmore. Lets the three fly. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Grant, how about that in-season tournament win for the Lakers in 2024?
Yeah, honestly, it just makes sense that the first of those trophies would land with a historic franchise like the Lakers.
James can't get it to go.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
With the floater. Doncic pulls down the board. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Fades. Goodwin, no good. Houston has gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Thompson finds Green. Jacks up a three. Doncic grabs the miss. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. James with the ball. Now Thompson defending. On the break. Some solid defense from James.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
And there's the call on Amin Thompson.
Side out.
That's his first foul of the game.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
Those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
And Doncic puts up a deep three.
Well, it's Green's effort that makes him effective as a defender in addition to his athleticism, but usually he just simply outworks folks.
Thompson left side. And so it looks like it'll be Houston's ball.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Pass to Green. Now Şengün. 6 on the shot clock. Left side Eason for three. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Selfless with the rock. Şengün won't hesitate to make a pass out to a ready shooter.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperon Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. And there's James from the arc. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Well, I don't think anybody is expecting this shot. LeBron showing some confidence with that long bomb.
Thompson outside. Pass to Whitmore. And here's Green from the arc. And Houston, another three.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Lakers trail by 4. Clark, what catches your eye about Jalen Green at a fundamental level?
Well, it starts with his pure explosiveness. That just jumps out at anybody because he's jumping over everybody, okay? The way he can get up and down the floor and hang and lift. And that's what stands out, his athleticism. And he's actually rounding off some of the rough edges in his game that makes him kind of scary as we go forward.
Now, here is James. 5 points in the game. And that misses. That would have put him up. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Rockets. Outside Eason. Hayes against Şengün. Outside for Green. 5 to shoot. Here's Eason. And it's all from three-point range. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Shoots from the baseline. That one's good from James on the assist from Doncic. James has got 7 points in the game.
LeBron's greatest gift to me is how he sets up so many teammates with catch-and-shoot opportunities. It's nice to see them return the favor.
Now here's Whitmore. He's got 6. Out to Thompson. Şengün, the screen. And here's Green from the arc. Drops in the 3. Green's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. It's Houston. They lead by... And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Rockets.
You know, so far in this one, these guys have been knocking it down from distance. You've got to like their confidence as this game continues. They're on a nice roll.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
And it's a completely new group for the Lakers. They've got Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves out there with Shake Milton. Then it's Alex Len, and it's Finney Smith in at the small forward position. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. The Lakers shooting 46%, a decent average so far. After years of finishing at the bottom of the West, things are looking up for the Rockets, Clark.
You know, B.A., they've done a really good job of drafting and developing players. That combination can allow you to move forward. And along with signing complementary veterans, that adds to the mix as well. And they've done a nice job. And they've got future draft capital, too. So the Rockets are certainly on the rise.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Shepard. Internet sensation Supreme Dreams in the crowd. L.A. always packs in the big names.
Yeah, it's a hallmark of Lakers games. You're going to see the stars in the crowd every night. Guys like Supreme Dream are what make these LA home games so special.
Three-pointer, Brooks. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
And you got to at least honor Brooks' three-point shot if you're the defense. I mean, he is more than capable of connecting.
Milton passes to Lynn. Milton with a screen on Adams. Finney Smith with it. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game. Houston has gotten 6 of 10 three-pointers to drop. Brooks outside. Adams a screen. And he banks in the layup. Brooks has got 5 points in the quarter.
A throwback wing. Dylan Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Outside Reeves. 4-3. Fires in the triple. Reeves has got his first 3 points of the game.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively. You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Outside Finney Smith. Pass to Reeves. Brett, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Outside for Brooks. Three-pointer, no good. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. The shot by Reeves, no good. Houston in the lead. Back comes Houston in transition. And here's Shepard for 3. Len pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Finney Smith passes to Reeves. There's a screen by Len. Pass to Milton. 6 to shoot. And the ball out of play. The Rockets will have it. Houston has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And here's Shepherd for 3. On target from range. Shepherd's got 5 now.
Well, this is Shepherd's shot. The defense can't afford to give him this much separation.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Hey, BA, well, the Rockets got a lot more organized with Coach Ime Udoka and their veteran additions, including point guard Fred VanVleet, who said it's just having that poise and presence to slow things down and get guys where they need to be. Rein it in, get some structure, and maximize these guys' potential. BA?
Allie, a great floor general. Thanks for that. Pass to Shepherd. Brooks with it. Covered by Milton. He shoots. And the Rockets tack on 2 more. Lakers trail by 4. Hachimura with a screen on Brooks. And here's Reeves outside. Hits a 3-pointer. Reeves has got 6 here in the quarter.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Here's Shepherd. Here's the pick. On the wing, Brooks. 46 seconds left in the second period. For 3, Smith. Another 3 from Houston.
And he likes to be the answer guy. Smith with a huge response 3.
Milton with it. He's scoreless. Milton with a screen on Tate. Finney Smith passes to Hachimura. Pass to Lynn. And here's Milton. Back to Lynn. The 3 is up. Oh, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over.
Houston ball.
The Rockets lead by 4. And the call will be against Austin Reeves. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And Houston has possession. Picked by Tate. Takes it inside. Pass to Shepherd. The 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. The Rockets on top, leading by 4. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Look at Dylan Brooks. What a contribution.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. We've got Green. Tari Eason is out there with Amin Thompson. Then it's Cam Whitmore. And it's Şengün in at the center position. Vanderbilt, no good. And so it's Green who brings up the ball for the Rockets. 4-point game. The NBA becoming more and more global, Clark. Şengün, a perfect example of that.
Yeah, Alperen Şengün out of Turkey. Right now on the fast track to being the best player to ever come out of his homeland. So still very young, but boy, his future is quite bright.
Here's Thompson following the score by Los Angeles. And there's a whistle. That's going to go on Jared Vanderbilt. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Whitmore. Outside Eason. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Thompson. He gets it in there. Thompson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
You know, inside is where Thompson excels, and the concentration allowing him to finish there.
And here's Vanderbilt from the arc. It's rebounded by Houston. On the wing, Whitmore, guarded by Doncic. Up top, Şengün. They swipe it. Here's Goodwin. From beyond the arc, and then some. Goodwin's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game. Green with the ball. Picked up by James. Offensive rebound. Outside for Green. Up top, Thompson. Clock at 6. Eason, a screen on Hayes. Green. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. You know, Grant, after losing in the first round last season, it felt like changes were inevitable for the Lakers.
Yeah, making the playoffs isn't enough for that franchise. They are all about championship success, and anything short of that is a failure.
And there's James from the arc. Thompson pulls it in. Houston leading by 5. Green, the pass to Thompson. Oh, and he got fouled. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach is given the...
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
That this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The first one falls. The Rockets went from 22 to 41 wins last year, finishing right at 500, Clark.
Great progress by Houston. Just missed the play-in in the West. They would have easily made that same play-in tournament in the East. A huge step forward for the Rockets, no doubt. And I think it's a team that can sustain that trajectory. You know, what's so impressive to me is the defense is trying to make adjustments, but LeBron's making even quicker reads. That's his IQ at work.
And the call will be against Alperen Şengün. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. From deep, here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Houston. Şengün's got rebound number 8 now. The Lakers with a rebound. Vanderbilt's got 4 rebounds in the game. From deep, here's Doncic. The Luka 3. Money.
You cannot give Luka any space out beyond the arc because he'll make you pay every time.
Here's Green. And it's hammered home by Green.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Oh, my. That's why we had those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there.
Boy, that was a great dunk, and we've got a great game here.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Misses the layup.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
And Luka Doncic is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. And it's a completely new group for the Lakers.
Substitution on the court.
Oh, he picked him clean. Here's Milton. Banked it in off the glass.
Just what they wanted from that possession. A quality look in tight.
Pass to Smith. Here's Shepard. Now Brooks. He's covered by Reeves. And here's Shepard for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Shepard's got 8 points.
Shepard is good at measuring the defense. He knows his passes are coming his way if he has space to shoot.
And it's Hachimura missing. Houston leading by 4. 29 seconds left in the third quarter. They grab their own miss. Here's Smith. Outside for Brooks. Shot clock at 5. Second chance effort. Count it. And it's a 6-point Rocket lead. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. On the wing, Milton. Puts up a three. Doesn't go that time. And here's Shepard for three. No good on the buzzer beater. And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
He's always near the top of the list for this honor. I mean, passes like these are his specialty.
Well, you can't run away from the DNA. When he's running the show, he makes sweet highlight reel plays night in and night out.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Austin Reeves. Rui Hachimura is out there with Alex Lynn. Then there's Shake Milton. And it's Finney Smith in at the three. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. The Rockets lead by 9. Here's Shepard. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Hachimura, the pass to Lynn. Now here's Reeves. The baseline J is on the way. And he slams it in one-handed.
Grabs the board and goes right in for the putback. I love it, B.A.
Yeah, wanting to close the gap. Makes sense to get aggressive on the glass here.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, but I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
And Houston has possession, following the score by Los Angeles. And here's Shepard for three. Hachimura with a rebound. Lakers trail by 7. On the wing, Milton fires from deep. And the three-pointer goes.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Pass to Smith. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter. Adams inside. Lynn's there. To the wing, right side. And here's Shepard for three. They get it back. Here's Smith. Back to Adams. Now Tate. Tries yet again. And the shot's good. And the Rockets lead by 6. It's Reeves with the drive. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
From deep. Adams grabs the miss. Adams has got rebound number 7 tonight. And here's Tate outside. Gets the three to fall.
And you can see Smith has the vision. Now, it'll be interesting to watch that part of his game continue to develop.
And here's Reeves outside. Knocks down the triple.
And I think the crowd is admiring the long-range duel.
Unbelievable couple of possessions here. I mean, the energy in here really starting to boil.
Here's Shepard. Pass to Brooks. Adams with a screen on Reeves. And here's Shepard for three. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. Len's got 5 rebounds tonight. Finney Smith with it. He's picked up by Adams. Here's Hachimura. And it's slammed in by Hachimura.
Really good pass from Finney Smith. He understands that you can't squeeze that orange if you got somebody ready to catch and shoot.
Here's Shepard on the take. Ooh, and they immediately answer back with a dunk on the other end.
He was no stranger to big buckets in college, and Shepard letting it fly there in a big spot. And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Takes the three. Good D by Finney Smith.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. The time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
Reeves against Tate. And he scores it. Now 5 of 9 from the field.
It's nice to see they're not settling for three-pointers. These guys are putting in the work inside.
Here's Shepard. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Shepard's got 10 points here in the second half.
My goodness, the rookie, Shepard, has some ice in his veins.
Milton passes to Reeves. Milton with a screen on Brooks. Hachimura outside. And the foul on Jabari Smith. That's foul number 2 for him. And a new group getting ready for the Lakers. Hayes is checked in for Len. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. James is checked in for Finney-Smith. And Doncic has subbed in for Milton. And a new group getting ready for the Rockets. Alperin Şengün's checked in for Adams. Thompson comes in for Smith. Eason's checked in for Tate. And Green is subbed in for Shepard. Here's Thompson following the score by the Lakers. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game.
Yes.
Nails it from beyond the arc. And now a 7-point Houston lead.
They have a relentless mentality, even with the game in total control.
And, you know, until that final buzzer sounds, I mean, you've got to treat every possession like it's crucial.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
James with a steal.
Man, good whistle there.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
He hits the first one, and that brings him with an 8.
At the line for Los Angeles.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And stolen by Hayes. And here is Thompson. Can't connect. And so the big win by Houston in a tight game. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me and top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for him.
Welcome, everybody, to another presentation. Greg, we've got two of the... top offensive teams in this one.
Yeah, but my focus is on the other end tonight. Defense. The team that can come up with just a few timely stretches of stops, I think they win.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. We've got Thompson. Anthony Davis is out there with Derek Lively. That's Kyrie Irving, and it's Washington in at the small forward. And James throws it down.
I tell you this, LeBron is hard enough to defend in a half-court set, let alone impossible to guard in the open floor.
Davis has the open look. The three-pointer off the mark. And so Doncic will bring it up for Los Angeles. And Doncic throws it down.
Some power coming from the PG.
Ah, that's right, GA. Seeing more and more of that these days. Backcourt guys who can elevate.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Here's Washington. After Luka Doncic's bucket, just 5 on the clock. Washington inside, covered by Hayes, and it's Washington missing. You know, it's inevitable that a player's physical abilities diminish over the course of a career. But the thing that stands out to me about LeBron James is that he never lost his insatiable drive to win. Guys, if anything, he's gotten stronger. And here is Irving. After Luka Doncic hitting the three. Lively a screen on Vanderbilt. Davis against Vanderbilt. Good work there as it goes.
And Davis shoots a high percentage because he's so adept at playing to his strengths.
There's the pick. Here's James. And Davis sends it back. Irving surveying the floor. Outside for Davis. LeBron against Irving. Davis with a screen on LeBron. And they pick up 2.
Well, the key there is Kyrie Irving did a great job setting up his defender on the pick and roll, and it led to the score.
No one near James as he lets it go. Right wing. Doncic outside. That's a good one. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Dallas.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right. He stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Here's Irving. It's rebounded by Doncic. Lakers leading by 3. Puts up a deep 3. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Doncic against Thompson. Pass to Hayes. Stolen by Lively. Now the Mavericks moving it up. From deep Washington. And James pulls it down. The Lakers have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Hayes the pass to Vanderbilt. Goodwin kicks to LeBron. Jacks up a 3. Good on the three-point shot. James has got 5 now.
This is why LeBron's so tricky to defend. Yes, he has the strength to go inside and finish, but he's also got such touch from behind the arc.
And finished off by Lively.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
And you can never really count out these Los Angeles Lakers, Greg, can you?
No, I really don't think you can. They battle out of the play-in tournament. They overcome obstacles, and they have tremendous willpower.
Gets the three-pointer to fall.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Thompson. No scoring in this one. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Klay Thompson's so adept at using the pick and roll to his advantage. Takes what the defense gives him.
Doncic with it. He's picked up by Irving. Vanderbilt the pass to LeBron. Back to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt a screen on Washington. Offensive rebound. LeBron outside. Pass to Vanderbilt. 6 on the shot clock. And no good. His first shot of the night. Missing.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Lively. That's good.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Now, here's Vanderbilt. And Hayes kicks to James. It's deflected, and that's the final possession with the nice defense right there. And so it's LeBron James making things happen for... And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far on the scoreboard. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. Daniel Gafford is out there with Edwards. And there's Christie. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Marshall in at the 3 spot. Edwards a screen on Reeves. Christie can't make it. Lakers leading by 3. Here's Hachimura. And the dunk by Hachimura.
Wow, the ability to get off your feet in a hurry. Rui Hachimura with the dunk.
Dallas has gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Reeves the pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Reeves. Glenn finds Hachimura. And then Hachimura with the jam.
This young man has got some big-time athleticism. Hachimura getting off the floor and finishing with no doubt.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. Austin Reeves went undrafted, but his success comes as no surprise to him. He says, I've always felt like I belong. It goes back to childhood. His mom once asked him, is this confidence or cockiness? He told her, you're basically kind of the same thing. Kevin, back to you.
That's something else. Undaunted. Hey, David, thank you. And the Mavericks with possession here, following the 3 by the Lakers. Dinwiddie against Milton. Inside, here's Gafford. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Here's Finney-Smith. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
Well, this is where Dorian Finney-Smith has really come such a long way. What a transformation to a real threat beyond the arc.
Now, here's Marshall. Nothing on the board. Comes up empty down low.
Boy, surprised he missed that. The defense just good enough to prevent that bucket. Finney-Smith
passes to Reeves. Doris, it's great to see the excitement that surrounds women's basketball currently, isn't it?
It's great, Kevin, that these incredible players with a high skill level are being acknowledged, not only for that skill, but the quality of play, the competitive spirit of these women. They have worked as hard, and they should get as much recognition.
So it's the Lakers now, following the score by Dallas. Now let's take them up. And here we go with the coach's challenge. What surprise in a competitive game like this. And he's disputing the personal foul call.
Austin Reeves.
The original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
That gives them the lead. Christie's got the lead up to 1 now for the Mavs.
What a beautiful stroke from range. Defensively, you've got to try to take him out of his comfort zone.
Takes the three. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Another shot. That's good from Marshall on the assist from Edwards. And now a three-point Dallas lead. And Reeves has got the ball here for the Los Angeles Lakers. Len sets a screen for Reeves. And just miss after miss right now. For Dallas, they've gone 8 of 11 from the field in the second quarter. Really flowing here. Knocks down the three ball.
Oh, that's a pretty bounce pass. Nice.
Here's Reeves. And the dunk by Len.
We've always talked about Alex Len's natural tools, and he can assault the rim on a consistent basis.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Reeves against Christie. Edwards inside. And Marshall kicks to Edwards. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Pass to Finney-Smith with 1 on the clock. And finished off by Finney-Smith.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
And please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Los Angeles has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. 6 of 15. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Doncic out there with Goodwin, and it's Hayes in at center. That's the Laker 5. You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable.
His first shot coming late. Davis against LeBron. Shot clock at 5. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That's his first foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
On defense, Dallas. A 2-point game. And here's Doncic from the arc. A rebound by Washington.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Thompson dishes to Davis. Thompson passes to Irving. Lock at 6. Left side, Davis. Over LeBron. And it's Davis missing.
A fadeaway, not a terrible idea, but he needs to make the game easier on himself. He's overcomplicating things.
Here's LeBron James absolutely owning the inside.
Yeah, the defense has got to push LeBron James out of position. If he's on the interior, guys, it's over.
No good from Irving.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
For the lead, Doncic kicks to Hayes. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Irving from long range sinks the triple. Irving's got 5 now.
You know, Kyrie shoots a ton of threes, and he makes a ton of threes.
Here's Hayes. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. An even 3-on-3 break from deep Washington. Here's Lively. And finished off by Lively.
It'd be nice if everybody took as much pride in his rebounding as he does.
You know what? Greg, he loves that part of the game. And it shows.
Well, but as defenders keep forgetting to box him out, he continues to just make them pay.
Man showing some terrific range. Irving's got a pair of threes now here in the third for the Mavs. Doncic against Thompson. It's rebounded by Dallas. And stolen by James. Fires from deep. James connects from deep.
Well, we always talk about the power of LeBron James, but how about the grace on the pull-up there?
Outside for Davis. Davis setting the pick for Irving. And the rejection by James. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. There's 1:47 left in the third. Bucket! Davis for 3.
Yeah, even though Davis can create for himself, you love to see him get set up in rhythm.
Doncic kicks to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt a screen on Davis. And here's LeBron outside. And Lively pulls it down. Mavericks leading by 6. Dallas moving it around. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Doncic. Thompson for 3. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
And Dallas going with a whole new group out there. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers. A shot by Milton, no good. Dallas has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it, 9 times they've missed. Outside, Edwards. Gafford sets the pick for Edwards. That one falls coming off Dinwiddie's feet. Dinwiddie's got his 3rd assist on the night. Lakers trail by 9. Hachimura. And again, no good by the Lakers.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Christie can't make it. Lakers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. He was all alone on that one. Reeves has got 6.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Christie the pass to Dinwiddie. Pass to Christie. For the screen on Reeves. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Reeves in the corner. Gets it off. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And a great show through 3 quarters. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. So with Irving on the bench, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd right now. We've got Spencer Dinwiddie. Daniel Gafford is out there with Edwards. Then there's Christie, and it's Marshall. And at the 3, the small forward.
One thing you have to love about Spencer Dinwiddie is his confidence. Here's a guy who knows he belongs, and he's proving it with his play night after night.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Jackson Hayes, he's checked in for Len. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. LeBron's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Shake Milton. And James throws it down hard.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Over in the corner, Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game.
He took what the defense was giving him that time. There was nobody on him on the three-point shot. Boy, don't give him the lights out.
And so it's Dallas with it. They get it back to Irving. And here's Davis for 3. Connects from 3-point range. Davis has got the lead up to 12 now for Dallas.
It's always a good sign when the 3 is falling for Davis. It really opens up the rest of his game.
And the foul called on Austin. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
The Mavericks making a change here. Edwards is checked in. And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, guys, J.J. Redick's message with his team was simple. Now, he was vocal in the huddle. He told his guys, don't quit on each other. We're still in this game, guys, but I need each one of you to up your energy level. Let's make a run now. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, thanks. Knocked loose. Vanderbilt with the steal. And no good. The try spell continuing for him. Edwards kicks to Irving. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Lively a screen on Doncic. Doncic against Irving. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Lakers trail by 18. From the arc. That's good from Doncic on the assist by LeBron.
Well, this is what makes Luka so special. He's so unpredictable.
Davis with a screen on James. Irving for 3. Again, Irving missing. Lakers have gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Mavericks leading by 15. Dallas moving the ball around. Outside for Davis. Over Vanderbilt. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness. Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Here's Irving. Davis surveying the floor. Out to Edwards. Edwards with the screen for Irving. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
Yeah, the way Kyrie varies his pace, hard for any defender to guess right.
And with that, the Maverick lead is cut down now to just 12 on the basket from LeBron. 1:32 left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Dallas. They led by as many as 18 points. Thompson passes to Davis. Knocks it loose. Pass to Lively. Out to Edwards. Drains the three-pointer. Edwards got 9 points now in just the second half.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for Dallas.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. That they were disciplined and focused.
Here's Hayes. That 3 off the mark. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Lively's shot is off. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Doncic from deep three-point land. And they get it back. Here's Vanderbilt. And Irving launches it from deep. So no problem for Dallas as they get the win. And thank you for that, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Center position tonight, Grant.
Oh, no question, B.A. I mean, these bigs bring the size and skill. Who has more tools in their toolkit? I mean, we're about to find out.
So here's Dallas's starting group. Kyrie Irving out there with Thompson. Then there's Najee Marshall. Then there's Davis. And it's Lively in at the 5. And finished off by Davis!
Whoa, okay. Send a message there, big fella. AD flexing on them like they're just little bitty pretenders.
Here's Whitmore. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Irving attacking. Up top, Davis. It's rebounded by Şengün. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Ime Udoka for a minute. And the point of emphasis in the game plan against Anthony Davis was to simply be more physical inside. Coach said we have to force him outside the paint and make him shoot those mid to long range shots. Sounds like they're willing to give up the outside shot to keep Davis from dominating the paint.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie.
And one of Green's best attributes is that he doesn't really see contact. He will either go over it or through it.
Irving, the pass to Lively, and an emphatic jam on the lob.
Everyone loves the alley-oop play, B.A.
Yep, one of the prettiest in basketball. Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
And the shot goes down.
Soft touch leaves the defense helpless. Nice little floater there by Kyrie.
Pass to Şengün. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. And he drops it in from the low post.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
The drive by Irving. Outside for Davis. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Rockets have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. It's stolen by Irving. Davis down low, working on Thompson. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has gotten his second bucket.
Hey, I'm going to tell you a little secret. I'm not going to lie. I am happy I never had to guard AD. This guy has it all between the length, the touch, the smarts. He's got everything.
Outside Whitmore. This one for three. Connects from downtown. Whitmore's gotten his second bucket on the night.
That's just unfair with that advantage height-wise. You can just shoot over him from deep.
Pass to Davis.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Outside Eason. Tries the spin move. Out to Thompson. And the rebound goes to Dallas. 1:33 left in the first. Here's Irving. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair. It's going to go on Cam Whitmore.
With how crazy his handles are, Irving, man, this man gets to the line a lot.
Both free throws good from Irving. Grant, we all know how good Kyrie Irving is, but he's especially lethal in the fourth quarter.
And his clutch moments go far beyond his series winner in the 2016 finals. He thrives in high-pressure moments and has done so his whole career.
The quick look, no good that time.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistently.
A monster finish with authority.
And he hangs on the rim for a little extra spice.
Yeah, such a creative playmaker. Love seeing Irving find the open teammate and make the right pass.
Pass to Eason. Back to Thompson. 44 seconds left in the first quarter. Sinks that one after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
That first step is so dangerous with Amin. I mean, he was just gone.
Irving for 3, bearing his second of 3 attempts.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Outside, Green. Out to Thompson. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Got a good look there, but just not able to hit from the mid-range.
Irving for 3. The offensive rebound. Davis finds Irving. Takes a 3. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. Well, we've seen some great shots in the... If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how Dallas is doing, guys, your thoughts?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Tatum Smith at the forward spot. Dylan Brooks is out there with Shepard. And it's Adams in at the center position, filling out the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now. Richard, if you look back at the Rockets' history, it's striking how many all-time greats have worn that uniform.
There are so many Hall of Famers: Hakeem Olajuwon, Ralph Sampson, Calvin Murphy, Yao Ming, Elvin Hayes, and that's only to name a few.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Washington outside. The 3 is up. He buries it from 3. Washington's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Shepard. He's covered by Dinwiddie. Brooks outside. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
Here's Christie. Fires the 3. And Dallas hits again from deep.
This is just fun. These teams are trading 3s back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Smith finds Adams. Here's Shepard. Launches it. And Houston another 3.
If you're looking for the game's next great shooter, keep an eye on Shepard. This kid is special.
Here's Christie. He can't hit that time. Excellent D there from Tate. And that's a foul called on P.J. Washington. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Brian, Jabari Smith Jr. is making some serious strides, and Coach Ime Udoka praised him and said his all-around game, his confidence, great defensive versatility. He's starting to handle and make plays for others. Shooting is a huge asset for him, but we want him to post up and find his mid-range shots as well, where he can rise up over guys. Brian?
He is certainly one to watch, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Brooks. He's got 6. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And it's now just a 1-point Maverick lead.
And on the offensive end, this is how Adams hurts you. You have to be aware of where he is at all times.
The Rockets have gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
And it's Houston's ball. They're on a 13-3 run. Oh, the dunk by Smith.
Yeah, what an athlete Smith is. Excellent at rising up to punch it home.
Soft touch, but hard nose. That's Reed Shepherd.
Yeah, B.A. His shooting alone makes him a pro. But his tenacity, toughness, and commitment to his overall game give him a chance to make him a star.
Well, Grant, as you always say, in the playoffs, you need a player who can score in isolation.
That's true, B.A. And in a 7-game series, defenses disrupt your set offense. If your stars can go mano-a-mano and create something out of nothing, that's often the best you can get.
Now here's Smith. Just 5 on the clock. Over Edwards. Smith no good. The Mavericks trailing. Edwards slams it in.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
And here's Shepherd for 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Well, Shepherd can really spin it from distance, and he doesn't need a lot of room to launch it.
1:05 left in the second. Smith outside. Brooks, the pass to Smith. Pass to Adams. Nice D from Gafford.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
Outside Edwards. Lets it go from deep. Smith with the rebound. For Houston, they've gotten 7 of 13 attempts to go here in the second. Here's Brooks. It's stolen by Washington. He got him. No doubt that's a foul. And it's going to be a transition take foul. Dallas shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. Here's Dinwiddie. No made baskets yet. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Washington. Here's Christie. Shot clock at 6. With the teardrop. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it.
Substitution on the court.
There's 6 seconds left to play in the first half. Gets it off. And Davis with the block. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's Houston leading by a point. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Rumble. Here measuring up the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And on the floor for Jason Kidd as we get into the second half, Davis out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Klay Thompson. Then there's Derek Lively, and it's Irving in at the 1.
A confident shot from Amen. I mean, when he trusts his J, Thompson is that much more difficult to check. That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Şengün, and Houston, another three.
When he has that much space, he's a pretty good bet to nail the three.
There's the three. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Irving. The Rockets lead by 4. Right side Green. Outside Whitmore. Screen by Eason. Outside for Green. 6 on the shot clock. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Now here's Irving. He's got 10. Outside Davis. Irving against Thompson. Irving, the pass to Davis. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Graham.
Yeah, B.A. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Mavericks trail by 4. Irving for 3. The shot no good. Houston has gotten 7 of 12 three-point attempts to fall. Here's Eason. Over to the wing. Şengün with it. Irving picks him up. Out to Thompson. The fadeaway. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got his 5th rebound in this one. Back to Thompson. Davis a screen. And Davis gets double teamed. Whoa! Can't outmuscle Davis inside.
The muscle from Davis, so confident and powerful inside.
Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. There's a screen. Brooks, the pass to Tatum. And there's the drive. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
Coach's challenge in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And that one falls for Tate. And so Tate nails both of them. Mavericks trail by 4. Outside Edwards. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Edwards got 5 points.
More of a combo guard than pure point. Dinwiddie does have tremendous court vision.
Pass to Adams. And here's Shepherd for 3. Gafford grabs the miss. For Dallas, they've gotten 3 of 6 shots to fall so far in the third. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. He's off on the second.
This team thinks they should be up in front, but at least they tied it up.
Adams with a screen on Edwards. They get it back. Pass to Shepherd. Outside Tate. Beyond the arc. The Rockets with another miss. Dallas has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Gafford with the bucket.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Launches a 3. Drains the triple. He's got 11.
Well, a pure shooter, Reed Shepherd, is someone you want taking jumpers.
It's scooped up. The kick out to Edwards. The three. Can't get it to drop. Houston in the lead. Brooks outside. Pass to Smith. Picked by Tate. Smith with it. He's picked up by Edwards. 6 to shoot. Back to Smith. Adams with a screen on Gafford. The three, Smith. Christie with a rebound.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Gafford passes to Dinwiddie. 23 seconds left in the third. Back to Gafford. And Daniel Gafford picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Just lost his head out there. It'll happen if you're pushing a little too hard.
Third team foul.
And this game, folks, a close one here in Houston. Outside Tate. Out left to the wing. For three, Smith. Washington grabs the miss. Here's Christie. Oh, and the buzzer beater is good!
Makes his selection just in time.
And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
Team foul.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Tate and Smith at the forward spots. Shepherd is out there with Dylan Brooks, and it's Adams in at the 5. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Now here's Brooks. Tight defense on him. Pass to Adams. Got it. Good job in the low post.
Cutting into this lead. They're well within striking distance.
A stop or two in the next minute or so, and they could even this game up. Great job to keep battling.
And Washington powers it through.
That lack of defensive intensity is not going to stop a player of his caliber from scoring.
And Tate gets it to go.
Yeah, Shepherd has a knack of getting his teammates open looks.
Edwards a screen on Brooks. Outside Edwards. From the arc. Rockets with a rebound. Adams has got his 7th rebound here tonight. The three, Smith hits the trifecta. And the Rockets lead by 1.
And Smith has such confidence rising up from deep. This is what's going to make him so dangerous here in the pros.
With the drive, Christie passes it to Washington. Out of bounds, it'll be Rockets ball. And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks.
Substitution on the board.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Green finds Easton. Count it. Good.
In crunch time, trying to get the foul, the bucket, or both.
Mavericks trail by 3. Outside Irving. Pass to Marshall to end the run. The shot that time not on target. The Rockets have got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. And it's Green missing. And so it's Irving who brings up the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. It's Lively with a drive. The 3 from Thompson. Again the miss by the Mavericks.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there.
Green, the pass to Easton. And Klay Thompson picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Thompson against Irving. Out to Thompson. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That'll be a second foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
The Rockets lead by 3. Screen by Eason. Green, the pass to Eason. Here's Şengün, covered by Lively. Thompson scanning the floor. Thompson, a screen on Thompson. Houston with another miss. Mavericks trail by 3. And it's Marshall penetrating. Thompson outside. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
When it counts, you want to get the ball to Klay Thompson where he can do something special with it.
Pass to Whitmore. Beyond the arc. Counted from distance.
And they retake the lead with a bounce-back 3.
Here's Marshall. Green covering. Marshall inside. Working on Green. Marshall with the bucket.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
The Rockets have gotten 5 of their 7 shots to fall in this final quarter. Thompson against Thompson. And there's contact and a whistle. So he's got 2 shots coming up.
I like how Thompson put pressure on the D, taking it strong near the hole.
So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
And this is how you execute. Creating any type of separation is huge right now.
Hoop poked away. Now here's Şengün, tightly guarded. And here's Green from the arc. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Rockets.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Well, something else that has stood out to me has been their aggressiveness on the boards. They're just out-muscling the opposition on the offensive glass.
6 on the shot clock. Back comes Houston in transition.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Thompson against Irving. 20 seconds left in the 4th quarter here. Here he goes. 5 to shoot. There's Davis with the 3. He's off on that one. Here's Eason. And he makes it on the layup. And now a 10-point Rocket lead. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this game, they appeared happy to be playing at home.
And it
Time, but eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the field. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla.
Defense looking for answers.
So the Rockets win the tip. Here are the starters for Los Angeles. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Doncic out there with Goodwin, and it's Hayes in at the 5 spot. Now, here's Şengün. And stolen by LeBron. And the dunk by Doncic.
Can't let Doncic get the positioning he seeks, or he'll dunk all over you.
And LeBron, the only player to reach 40,000 points in his career. Clark, you're shaking your head. It's incredible, isn't it?
Absolutely remarkable, Kevin. And I did not think I would see it in my lifetime. 40,000 points. Just the sound of that is ridiculous. And, you know, he not only has lived up to the height that has followed him since he was 15 years old, he's actually exceeded it, Kevin, which is crazy.
And Thompson slams it home.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
Up top, Doncic. He's covered by Eason. And it's Doncic missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that old.
And Clark for the Lakers. Their last 2 seasons ended in playoff losses to the Denver Nuggets.
And I tell you what, they fought hard both times, Kevin. The point differential was only 24 points over the 4 games in 2023 and just 11 points in 2024. LA actually led most of the 5-game series, but weren't able to advance.
Good on the 3-point shot. Doncic has got 5.
Boy, what a high-arcing shot from Doncic. Seemed like that one was never going to get to the rim after it left his hands.
In the corner, it's Eason. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
The shot's good from Vanderbilt.
Luka's peripheral vision off the charts. Get wide open, and he's going to find you.
Şengün with a screen on James. Green bounce pass. It's hauled in by Goodwin.
And priority number 1 has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
And here's James outside. And Cam Whitmore picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first.
He's become so comfortable from long range. That shot's now a weapon for LeBron.
Thompson for the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
And I like the bold move of going right back at him to return the 3, but he just couldn't get it to go.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thank you very much. LeBron James is still dominating at an age where most players are well into their retirement. How does he do it? He said, show up, put the work in, and then go out and trust it. I'm just trying to push the limit. See how far I can take this thing. It's me versus Father Time. Kevin, back to you.
And David, that's one you're always going to win against Father Time. Hey, thank you for the report. To the left wing, Şengün with a wide open look. Oh, good on the 3.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Houston's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Out to Thompson. It's up a 3. It's hauled in by Goodwin. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 5 of 10 shots to drop in this game so far. Right at the 50% mark. LeBron's shot is good.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Pass to Şengün. Driving the lane. Back to Eason. From outside the arc. And Whitmore throws it down.
A wrecking ball out there. Whitmore plays with power on the glass.
And stolen by Eason. Green with the ball. 41 seconds left here in the opening quarter. A 3-pointer is right on target. Eason's got 14 points.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Rockets leading by 3. Thompson for the triple. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Vanderbilt setting the pick for Doncic. Chalk up 2 there. Doncic has got his 3rd basket of the night.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed, never in a hurry. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
In a high-scoring first quarter, both teams really filling it up. Rockets ahead. They lead by 3. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Rockets, guys.
Attacking, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the line.
Boy, I like the aggressive nature they're playing with here. Not playing soft at all. They're going right at them.
The front court is Tate and Smith. Brooks is out there with Shepard. And it's Adams in at the center position. So that's who's on the floor for the Rockets. Hey, Clark, no one covers the college game like you. And for new pros, what are the biggest challenges adjusting to life in the NBA and the play itself?
Speed and size, Kevin. I mean, that's where it really starts. You got to be in great condition, but the speed and size of the players at the NBA level is unlike any other basketball you play. Everybody in the NBA is big and athletic, and things are just played and done at a much faster pace.
Len sets a screen for Hachimura. Milton finds Finney Smith. There's the 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Finney Smith a threat both under the basket and way out beyond the arc. He's got great range.
Smith with a screen on Milton. Down low. Out to Brooks. Smith sets the pick for Brooks. Smith right side. And another 3 for Houston.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
Hachimura kicks to Milton. Len sets a screen for Milton. And again, it's the Lakers from deep.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Shepard, the pass to Smith. Pass to Tate. Adams sets the pick for Tate. And the first shot of the night for him, missing. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooter.
Hey, I know he makes a lot of threes, but he is not just a shooter. Finney Smith will throw it down on you if you're not careful.
Basket good. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. And here's Reeves outside. Rebound by Smith.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Brooks.
Boy, that looked like a failure to communicate. You hate unforced errors.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Steven Adams.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Brooks with no one around. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
We know how good a shooter he is. It's frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide open look.
And here's Reeves outside. Los Angeles with another miss. Houston's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Back to Smith. A shot by Tate with no one around. Offensive rebound. Out to Brooks. Shot clock at 6. And as it goes out of bounds, Houston able to keep the ball. 1:16 left in the first half. Shot clock at 3. Here's Smith.
And that's terrific D by Hachimura. He's shown he has the strength and length to match up against almost anyone.
Back to Reeves. Here's Finney-Smith. Tate covering. The tray. And Finney-Smith gets it to go. Finney-Smith's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
No one near Shepard as he lets it go. Adams plays it up and banks it in. Adams has got his first points of the night.
You have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Wasted no time on that one. Hachimura's got the lead up to 4 now for the Lakers. Pass to Smith. Tate, a screen on Hachimura. They get the rebound. Out to Smith. A 3 ball. Here's Adams on the wing. Brooks. Here's Shepard. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
And this kid, Shepard, is an absolute bomber. As soon as he crosses half court, he's thinking about letting it fly.
Shepard with a screen for Smith. Smith missing again.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Lakers lead by 1. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Toyota Center. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. One guy who's been getting it done is Tari Eason.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
You know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And we've got a lineup change for the Lakers. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Up in the front court, the forwards are James and Vanderbilt. Doncic out there with Goodwin, and it's Hayes in at the 5, home in the paint.
And you see a big defensive upside in Whitmore. He's quick and has great strength.
And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? It was roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that, led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Thompson from long range. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. The 3 for Doncic. Los Angeles with another miss. Houston's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Whitmore sends a screen for Eason. Lakers have gone 0 of 3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Here's Goodwin. Nails the open triple off the fast break. Goodwin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Thompson passes to Eason. Thompson, a screen on Doncic. Here's Whitmore. Back to Eason. Green left side. Over LeBron. And it's LeBron James with the rebound.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And it's Goodwin in the corner. James sets the screen for Goodwin. And the foul on Tari Eason. That's foul number 2 for him.
And still early in the period, and they're only 1 foul away from being over the limit.
No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Misses the chippy right there. He gets trailed by 4. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Green against Vanderbilt. And Jalen Green hits from deep. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Incredible for his age. The decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Selfless with the rock. Şengün won't hesitate to make a pass out to a ready shooter.
Vanderbilt setting the pick for James. From downtown, it's rebounded by Şengün. Şengün's got 8 rebounds in this game. In the corner, it's Whitmore. The screen from Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. The shot. And again, the Rockets good for 2. Lakers trail by 4. The 3 for Doncic. The 3 ball from Doncic.
Boy, you know, the moment Luka gets loose now, his shot is off. Great quick release for the big guy.
Green against LeBron. Green kicks to Thompson. In the corner, it's Whitmore. Eason with a screen for Whitmore. Good on the triple. Whitmore's got his second basket of the night.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Hayes dishes to James. And here is Doncic. 10 points for him. Here's Goodwin. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And here's Houston. They're on an 11-3 run. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. That's on LeBron James.
And when you watch Whitmore, he's much bigger than your average wing. Creates a different type of matchup.
Houston with a big group substitution here. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Şengün. Smith comes in for Thompson. Tate, he's checked in for Tari Eason. And Shepard subbed in for Jalen Green. And the foul on Jae'Sean Tate. That's his first foul. And the Rockets making a change here. Brooks checked in. There's 45 seconds left to play in the third. Len with a screen on Brooks. Pass to Len. Just 4 to shoot. That one's good from the corner. Rockets leading by 3. Shepard with a screen for Smith. To the right side. Over Milton. And it's off the back rim. No good.
You know, the fact is, he's not a lock from there, but he was open enough to where he should have hit that shot.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Smith the pass to Tate. Out to Smith. The shot from 20 feet away. What a play! Simply drains it in at the buzzer.
Oh, man, that's a monster shot.
And the game still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Houston on top, up by 2. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. The front court is Tate and Smith. Dylan Brooks out there with Shepard. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the 5 for Houston right now.
First team foul.
And Reeves has got the ball here for Los Angeles. A 2-point game. Len with a screen on Brooks. Reeves the pass to Finney-Smith. To take the lead. And another 3 for the Lakers. Game winding down, and they just keep changing leads.
And guys, no separation yet, and I really don't think we're going to see any all the way down.
Smith, no good. Here are the Lakers with the ball. Len passes to Milton. Len sets a screen for Milton. Pass to Finney-Smith. Shoots the 3. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long-distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Stolen by Brooks. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Tate, the pass to Smith. And the three off target.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Stolen by Brooks. Smith against Hachimura. Smith kicks to Tate. Tate a screen on Reeves. That one goes. Count it. And the Rockets lead by 1. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Rockets.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. And that aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
And I've also noticed how opportunistic they've been off turnover. Doing a really good job taking advantage of the opponent's mistakes.
Smith outside. Brooks setting a pick for Smith. No good from outside. Lakers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Here's Hachimura. Misses the three, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Tate with the screen for Brooks. The three bangs home the trifecta.
Well, Brooks is always working hard for this team, and here it pays off with a huge basket.
Reeves against Brooks. Looking to end the run. That's good. The Houston lead is cut down to just 2 points on the bucket from Reeves.
And that's right in his wheelhouse. Looking to make an impact when it counts.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
And a wide open look for Hachimura. His three-pointer's off the mark. Houston's gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Brooks with a screen on Milton. Into the lane. Out to Smith. Cuts off the pass. There's 1:26 left in the fourth quarter. Brooks against Milton. Here's Finney-Smith. And he's good on the three ball. Finney-Smith's got 9 points in the quarter. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Lakers.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
A three. Places one from 3.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game? Yes.
Smith kicks to Tate. To halt the run, it's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That is his first foul of the game. Houston with a big group substitution here. Şengün's checked in for Steven Adams. Thompson comes in for Smith. Tari Eason's checked in for Tate. And Jalen Green subbed in for Shepard. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Hayes, he's checked in for Len. Vanderbilt comes in for Rui Hachimura. LeBron, he's checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. And Luka Doncic subbed in for Shake Milton. Reeves outside. Pass to Vanderbilt.
And for a power forward, he can sure get up. I mean, because of that leaping ability, it kind of offsets his height disadvantage.
And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Guys, what are their best options now?
This is what it comes down to. This shot can win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
They've got just enough time for a catch and shoot, but it has to be quick.
So it's Los Angeles taking the W in a close one. This win, such a trip. All right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.